Okay, welcome everyone to yoga. We're gonna get started today seated on the center of our mats. You might want to sit on a blanket just to get the sit bones up a little higher. You might want to sit on a block, really however you're comfortable. And then go ahead and turn the palms up to face the ceiling. Gently allow the eyes to close. And then really start to bring the attention to the breath, allowing the thoughts to settle down. Bring your awareness into this room, this space, this moment. See if you can sense the breath entering the nostrils and then exiting the nostrils. And then find your sits bones with whatever they come into contact with on the mat. And locate the bottom of your tailbone, the sacrum, the bony part of your spine. And begin to stack each vertebrae, one on top of the other, as if you're stacking dominoes up through the lumbar spine, thoracic spine, cervical spine, all the way up the top of your head, aligning the spine. And then imagine that there's a string at the top of your head pulling you all the way up. Allow the shoulder blades to gently fall down the back. The attention on the breath. We're just going to sit here for a few moments in meditation. And the goal of meditation is not to clear the mind. It's simply to choose a one-point focus, which can be a mantra or the breath. And the goal is to bring the attention back to that one point of focus over and over again, because the mind will wander. So hold this space for the next few minutes. Try to make your inhales just as long as your exhales. Might want to bring an awareness or even touch the third eye space, which is the space right above between the eyebrows. Starts to wander, just gently bring it back to the breath. With compassion. Continue and complete about 3 or 4 more rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, bring your hands into heart space, palms pressed in on one another, thumbs pressed into heart space. And we'll begin class with 3 ohms. You can listen or feel free to chant along with me. We'll begin on the second inhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Gently bring your hands back down to your knees. Gently blink, eyes open, and come to find yourself in child's pose. Hands will be stretched out long in front of you. Knees slightly wider than chest, and then bring your head down to the mat. Bring awareness to each fingertip. Just feel what it feels like to have contact with the mat here. Gently allow the lower back to soften. You might want to turn on your Ujjayi breath pranayama, which will be a slight constriction in the back of the throat, both on the inhales and the exhales. Gently walk hands over to the right, just creating a nice long body stretch through that left side. Gently walk hands over to the other side, really keeping both hip bones rooted down into the earth so that you have a place to pull from and extend the side body over. Gently walking back to center, lowering the forehead down one more time. Next, we'll come into cat-cow. So take your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Take your knees underneath your hips hip distance apart. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, round down, pushing palms into the mat. Shoulder blades sliding wide on the back. Inhale, look up, arch up, pulling the collarbones gently back. Exhale, round down. Just continue for a couple more, following your own breath. You might want to keep your eyes closed. And on the next exhale, come to center. Inhale the left arm up and thread through underneath the right, bringing the top of the shoulder blade down to the mat. If you want to go further into this pose, inhale the top arm up, bring it up and around the back. With each inhale, try to lengthen the spine, and each exhale, try to turn the upper ribs up towards the ceiling. And gently coming back into tabletop. Inhale now, the right arm up. Exhale, bring it through, threading underneath. Maybe we stay here, maybe we reach the top arm up and around, deepening the stretch. Remembering to stay with our Ujjayi pranayama, coming back into tabletop. Inhale the right leg out long, keeping the knee and the hip bone pointing straight down to the mat. If you feel comfortable here, inhale out the left arm. And then pull in two opposite directions, fingertips and heel, creating as much length as you can. And gently tuck in the abdomen so we don't get any banana backs in the lower back. 2 more rounds of breath here. And gently lowering down, switching over to the other side. Left leg reaches out long, right arm reaches out long. Gentle tuck of the tailbone to lengthen the low back. Pulling fingertips and toes in 2 opposite directions. Good, and gently switch back to the other side. We can repeat the same thing here. If we want to make it a bit more dynamic and a bit more of a challenge, we're going to bring opposite elbow and arm in to touch. And exhale, inhale, everything reaches out long. Flowing through with your breath here. When you've completed about 5 or 6 breaths on one side, go ahead and switch back to the other side. We should have left leg out long, right arm out long. And really see how tight of a little ball can you contract into, and then how expansive can you take that energy. Back into tabletop. We'll press back into downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, our feet should be hip distance apart. Our arms should be shoulder distance apart. First, index finger should be parallel with the long edge of your mat. And then from there, press spine long, bending knees if we need. The most important part is our back is straight, so it doesn't really matter if our heels are off the ground or if our knees are bent. From here, gently walk feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. We'll flow through Sun Salutation A. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Down to the floor. Exhale, step or hop. Top of a push-up. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Tadasana. We'll flow through that 2 more times. Big breath sounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. 1 more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Top of push-up. Exhale, chaturanga, bottom of push-up. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Tadasana. We'll flow through now sun B. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up long. Come to step through. Turn the back about 30 degrees. Warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg up. Come to step through. Turn the back foot out 30 degrees. Warrior 1, second set. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Come to stand. We'll flow through one more flow here. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up long. Come to step through. Turn off the back foot and come into warrior 2. So for warrior 2, gaze should be over the third middle finger. Knee should be in line with the second toe. Back leg reaches long. Gently relax the shoulders. See if you can bring your torso right up in line in between both hips. Inhale, deep breath in. Take the top arm up long overhead for reverse warrior. Exhale, front elbow and knee come to touch. Extended side angle. Gaze is up towards the top hand. And there's one straight line from the top hand all the way down to the back of the side of the foot. Inhale, back warrior 2. Cartwheel, hands down, vinyasa. Inhale, left leg up. Come step through, turn the back foot out. Come into warrior 2. Gaze is over the third middle finger. Front heel should bicep the middle of the back arc. Inhale into reverse warrior. Top arm reaches long overhead. Making sure to keep bend in the front knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Top arm reaches long overhead. Exhale, back into warrior 2. Cartwheel, hands down, vinyasa. Into up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, step or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. We'll come now into Utkatasana and hold. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back like you're sitting into a chair. Squeeze both your knees and your ankles together. And see if you can sit 1 centimeter lower. Good. Are you remembering our breath sounds? Can you go 1 centimeter lower? Good. Inhale, come to stand. Then just shake it out. We'll come into twisted chair pose. I always get my sides confused, so I'll try not to confuse them. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back. Bring hands to chest space. Turn to bring the outside of the right knee to the outside of the left knee. I hope I said that right. Everyone should be facing towards the clock if that helps. And then look down, make sure both knees are in line with each other. If they're not, try to pull the right femur back in space so that will align your knees and align the pelvis. And then with the pressure of your knee into your elbow, see if you can turn those right ribs a little bit more up to the ceiling. Good. If you want to go further, you can open up arms here, or just simply keep them where they are. One more round of breath. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Utkatasana, other side. Hands to heart space. Come to bring the left arm to the outside, the right knee. Check to make sure that that left femur doesn't need to go back in space. If you want to go further, you can open the arms. You can try to sink it a bit lower. Good. Inhale, come back. Stand. We'll go through one vinyasa. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, flat back, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and come to step through into a low lunge. Lower the back knee down. You might want both of your blocks here, just outside the front foot. And what you should be feeling is a hip flexor stretch on the left hip. If you want to go further, you can bring your hands up to your knees. If you want to go further, then hands start to come up all the way for Anjaneyasana. Think of bringing the back knee and the front heel closer, and that will square off the pelvis, so both hip bones should be pointing forward. If you want to start to go even further, then you start to extend up from the thoracic spine and extend back. Gently lowering hands back down. Press back into half Hanuman. So back should be straight, front leg is straight. And then you start to bring your torso closer to the front of your blade. Keeping the toes up, we'll add a calf stretch as well. And again, hands can be here, hands can be on blocks. And maybe we're here, and that's okay. As long as you're feeling the stretch in your hamstring, you're getting the benefits of the pose. So it doesn't matter how close your torso is to your leg. Good. Gently bend that knee back. We'll just switch stance of our feet. Coming into Anjaneyasana on the second side. Again, same options for hands, either on blocks, on our knee, or arm reaching up. Either way, really try to pull the front heel and the back knee towards each other, and then from that space, pull energy up through the femur into the psoas, and extend that energy up. If you want to go further, you could start to tip the head, cervical, thoracic spine back. Gently lower back down. Coming coming into half Hanuman. Come to kneeling, step the blocks to the front of your mat, step back into downward facing dog once more, and then we'll just come to stand at the front of the mat. So we'll come into some balancing postures now. We'll take tree. So standing on your right leg, there's a couple options. You can simply just turn your feet out to one side and maybe you're here. If you want to go further, you can take your foot either below or above your knee. And then hands can be at chest, out to the side, up, just wherever you feel like you want to be. And then try to pick a point on the floor that's not moving, and that will help to steady the gaze and thus steady the balance. But I want you to think of how we started class. Think of stacking all the vertebrae up, starting from your heel, pulling the energy, getting to the sacrum, and then doing that sequential stacking technique. And then imagine your head is being pulled to the top ceiling. And then just see if you can find a moment of gratitude here. Thankful that your body can do these poses. Thankful for the benefits the poses will offer. Gently switch to the other side. Really rooting that standing left leg into the earth as if it's our chi trunk. Deciding where we want to take our leg. And remembering that balance can be trained. And you have to fall out of balance postures to find your equilibrium. It's part of the path. Good. Exhale, Tadasana. We're gonna play with Warrior 3 now. So take both your blocks about 6 inches in front of your right foot. And then have your back foot back about 18 inches. And then from here, start to shift your weight so that your shoulders come directly over your wrists. And once you feel that the back foot's getting light, just play with lifting it up off the ground. Maybe you're only lifting it an inch or two. That's great. If you want to go further, try to lift up to 90. Then come onto the fingertips on top of each block. And then just go for it and see what happens. Because the worst that's going to happen is you're going to lose your balance. And that is really part of the path. There's a great proverb that says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. And I think that really applies to both balance postures and kind of life in general. You can lower your hands back down if you need. Good. Come to switch. Stand, shake it out if you want. And then entering in, having the left foot about 6 inches behind the blocks. Shifting weight forward so that the shoulders are directly over the wrists. And then let that back leg just become light. Keeping a gentle contraction through the abdominals will help. Everyone's already going for it, it's great. Hands can be at heart space, maybe out into full Warrior 3. Maybe airplane arms. And just see how the shape changes the balance and how your body has to adapt. Gently lowering back down. We'll go through one last vinyasa. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower your knees down. And then come to find yourself in boat pose. So there's lots of options we can take for boat. Let's start with our hands about 3 to 4 inches behind our hips. And then you can play with lifting one leg up, the other leg up, maybe both legs up, and then one arm, and then the other arm. So you want to make sure that you're keeping a straight spine here. You can also kind of suction legs in together so it becomes like one long leg. If you want to go further, you can even start to strengthen the legs and maybe even arms up overhead. And there should be no pain in the low back. If there is, you might just have to go back to a variation before. Good. Gently lower down. We'll take that one more time. So second boat coming into it. And when these more challenging postures arrive, use the power of your breath. You're so much stronger. We're so much stronger than our mind tells us we are. And the breath is really the key. If you can't hear your breath, it's not helping you. Good. Come to lay now on the front of your mat. We'll come into some back strengthening poses. So take your hands and interlace them on top of your sacrum and arms extend out long. The tops of both feet should be on your mat. And then from here, begin to, as if you're moving a marble, move your nose away, move that marble away, and begin to pick up and extend through the upper back. And arms will help to pull you back. If you want to go further here, then you can also begin to lift up both legs. Try to keep both legs glued together, so again, they're like one stick leg. Good. 2 more rounds of breath. Exhale, lower down. Turning to come to the top of the right cheek. And then see how quickly can you let go of everything and then just surrender to the mat here. Gently turn your head to the other side. We'll come into one more back strengthening pose. Lift both arms out in front of you. And again, we'll have lots of options here. So you can lift opposite arm, opposite leg, and just switch back and forth. Or both legs up, both arms up. Pull your arms back into their sockets. So there's like a suctioning. Clavicles will go back in space, chest comes forward. More rounds of breath. I hear really good breath sounds. Good, and gently lower head down. Coming to the top right ear. From here, press back so that we can come seated. For seated spinal twists. So having both legs out in front of us, go ahead and bend the right leg underneath. Left leg comes over. And then inhale that left arm up and bring it to the outside of the left knee. Each inhale, try to lengthen the spine, and each exhale, using the connection of your elbow into your knee, try to rotate a little bit more. I always get confused with twists, so I probably
right arm,
probably
left knee.
confuse someone. So you can twist both ways. So this should be a close twist. So now everyone's right. But if you are in the other option, that's also, you know, valid yoga pose. So you can't really mess up, which is the good thing. 2 more rounds of breath here. You might want to close your eyes, go a bit more inward. Good, and gently untwist. Come for a counter twist. And then just switch your legs, so you don't even have to think about right or left. That's how I'm going to teach from now on. Inhale, left arm up. And the back arm is like a kickstand. So you use that to help keep the balance. But the main point of contact is the front elbow and knee. And that opposition that allows you to rotate further back. Good. Gently come. Counter twist. From here, we'll press back into down facing dog once more. Inhale, the right leg up, and come bring it through for pigeon. So for pigeon, you should have the right knee just a little bit outside of the right hand. And then check to make sure that your back leg is long. Inhale, really lengthen the spine. Maybe if you want to take a block, come to rest, forehead on the block. Or come to rest, forehead in front of the mat. And use your breath and your attention to bring relaxation to the outside of that right hip. Relaxing not only the muscles and the fascia, but even trying to relax the bones. Breath. Gently begin to come back up. Coming back into down facing dog, just take some ankle circles and really feel the difference side to side here. Moving to the other side, inhale the left leg up. Come bring the left knee to the outside of the wrist. The more parallel your leg is, the deeper the stretch will be. The closer your heel is to the groin, the less intense. So just see where you need to go today. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, round down. Maybe head comes to top of a block. Maybe you reach all the way down. And if you're a little tighter on one side, another great option can be to actually use the block underneath the outside of the hip. And that can be a nice option as well. We're a little tighter on one side. You can also use a folded blanket. Again, bringing all of our attention to that outer left hip. Maybe closing the eyes here, going a bit more inward. Gently coming back up into downward facing dog. Taking some ankle circles, maybe even some hip circles. Press back into one more downward facing dog and make it the longest that you can in the back. Again, not important if the knees are bending. And gently tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. Good. Lowering knees back down, come seated, and then make your way back down for bridge pose. So for bridge pose, we should extend our fingertips till they touch the back of our heels. And then from here, gently lifting the hips up. If you want to go further, you can interlace the hands and come to the outside of each shoulder. Keep gentle pressure into the back of the head and gently work towards taking the sternum a little bit more vertical. There should be no compression in the low back. Gently lower back down, letting both knees touch in on one another. Really feel the connection with your upper back on the mat, your sacrum, soles of the feet. Here, we're going to just gently allow both knees to fall towards the right, taking cactus arms for a gentle twist. Let your head fall over, opposite side of your knees. So head should be going to the left. Starts to slow down, keep the attention on the breath and watch where the mind goes. And it will wander, and with compassion, bring it back. And gently switching to the other side. Knees gently fall. Head turns to the opposite side. Coming back to center. Bringing legs up for legs up the wall. Just allowing the blood to flow back into the circulatory system. Gently bend each knee. And then taking hands to the tops of each foot, coming into happy baby for a nice groin stretch. Might want to rock side to side, getting a nice massage of the sacrum. And really see if you can make connection from your fingertips all the way down to your toes. Coming into any last poses that might be calling to you, or directly into Shavasana. Traditionally for Shavasana, we're lying on our back. Legs are just gently rolling out into external rotation. Palms are up at the ceiling and our eyes are closed. Might want to cover it with a blanket or a towel. Shavasana in yoga translates to corpse pose. And it literally is representing the death of us, the death of the parts of us that no longer serve us. I'll talk us through a brief guided relaxation process. Bring your attention to the right palm. Relax the right palm, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Relax the right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder. Relax the left palm, left thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Relax the left wrist, elbow, shoulder. Relax the upper back, neck, jaw. Let your tongue fall the roof of your mouth. Relax the eyes. Relax the forehead. Bring a gentle smile. Relax your abdomen, low back, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right lower leg. Relax all the bones and toes of the right foot. Relax your left hip, left thigh, left knee, left lower leg, left ankle. Relax all the bones and toes of the left foot. Your whole body should be completely relaxed. Rest deeply. Gently allow your breath to deepen. Moving fingertips, moving toes, maybe wrist circles, ankle circles. And when you're ready, reach your arms up for the deepest breath of the day. And gently come to lie on your right side in the fetal position. And gently making your way seated at the front of your mat. Take your hands to heart space. And really make sure you can feel your heart beating underneath your thumbs. And cultivate a sense of trust, sense of gratitude there. Thank your body for everything that it does for you every day. We'll end class with one deep breath in. Deep breath out. And gently bow your head. We say namaste, which means the good in me honors and sees the good in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks so much, you guys, for coming and hanging out with me this afternoon. I'll be around if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns. So please just let me know. Hope everyone has a great weekend.